Hello, hello, BTG Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, November the 5th, 2025. Wednesday, November the 5th. Well, the best thing that happened Wednesday is Ashley walks in the door. Bam! Guess who's standing? She looked, she goes, Derek, and Derek was on the phone with Shanice, saying he was telling her something, and Shanice is like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. You better come clean with Ashley because this is ridiculous. And the door opens, he looks, and I guess he hangs up on Shanice because they didn't get back to the fact that Shanice hear the whole thing. Because you know her, she'd be on the hospital phone listening to the whole thing, right? Ashley was so excited. Oh my God, Derek, you're standing. Oh my God. Oh, when did this happen? He goes, it just happened. And yeah, I'm surprised too. And she goes, oh, this is the best news. And that, so after her elation, she realizes, wait a minute. When did you start getting feeling in your legs? He said, what? She goes, you're too steady on your feet. I mean, she goes, your strength. You wouldn't have that kind of strength standing like this if you just got your feeling back today. And he sat back down in the chair. She goes, Derek, I'm a nurse. And I know that what you're able to do now, it didn't just happen. When did you start getting feelings in your legs? He says, weeks ago. I'm thinking, buddy, months, right? She said, weeks ago? She says, and why didn't you tell me? He said, because I wanted to surprise you. I wanted you to surprise you when you walked down the aisle. I would be standing there waiting for you to come down the aisle. And she looked at him. She said, you would want to shock me with something like that. As I'm walking down the aisle, I would know you've been lying to me for months as I'm walking down the aisle. No, no, that's a romantic gesture. That's like the best gift I could ever give you. And she's like, no, the truth is the best gift you could have ever given me. She says, Derek, I have been taking care of you. And you're just watching me do it? And he's like, I mean, no, Ash, no, no, I did it. Oh, he's trying to explain his way, and she wasn't having it good. She reacted the exact way that Shanice said she would react, and Jacob said she would react. And he's like, no, no, that's not, I meant to give you the best gift on your wedding day. She goes, honesty. She goes, we haven't even set a date. She goes, oh, is that why you trying to ambush me into setting a date? She says, no, this is a betrayal, Derek. And the bad thing is, you don't even understand what you have done. She says, oh no, no, I am through. She took the ring off and she put it on the coffee table there and she walked out. And Derek was like, what, what happened? What happened? So anyway, um, I was happy that Ashley walked out on him like that. And let's see. Ashley. Okay. Now the next thing is Nicole is at the club making plans for Winterfest. And they got the chef that has done it for years to agree to do it this year, even though she's busy. And she was saying at the end, and she's got Laura with her, taking notes. And Nicole says, okay, and remember, no shellfish. My husband's allergic to the father of my children. I don't know why she didn't just say ex-husband, is allergic to shellfish. She goes, oh, okay. She goes, I will have the list for the food to you by this evening. And so Laura looked at her after the chef left. She goes, I didn't know Ted was on the invite list. And Ted had just walked up. He goes, and I didn't know I was on the invite list either. And he's looking at Nicole. She's looking up at him. And Laura says, you know what? I've got something I got to do over there. So Laura gets up. She goes over to another table. And he goes, I made the guest list. She says, of course, Ted. Your practice donates a sizable amount every year. I know how much this Winterfest means to you, and we need your continued support. He goes, great, thank you. He says, and I want you to understand and feel comfortable, Nicole, that I know Carlton will be your +1. You don't have to worry about me at all. Right? And so Nicole is like, okay, just let me know if you're going to be bringing anybody. And he goes, I will definitely do that. We already know Leslie is going to bogart her way in because Ted would be thinking, I'm going to bring Eva to it. Right? But just like the whole Articulate concert, come on now. But Leslie is probably going to be invited anyway by Anita because this is going to be done in her mother's name, So Anita says, I'll figure out how I'll handle it. Whatever. Who cares about that? So anyway, Nicole is just looking at Ted as he left, and I thought, yeah, she saw him and Leslie hugging and everything, and now she realizing, you know what, he ain't so bad. And he's not puppy dogging her. Nicole, I'm sorry. Nicole, can you forgive me? Nicole, now he's like, you know what, I'm gonna let you do you. And now look at her, which is what he needed to do all along, which is what Andre said. Uncle, give her just some space. Give her some space to cool down and figure things out, right? Well, that's what's happening. Laura talks to Nicole now about trouble with her and her boyfriend. They're not in sync. And I'm like, why do they keep bringing up the fact that Laura's boyfriend and her are having some little boyfriend problems? We don't hardly see Laura at all anyway, right? So I'm thinking somebody said in comment corner, watch them put Laura and Jacob together. I don't know if I like that. That would be too close in the Dupree family circle. Because Naomi and Jacob, that's Danny's family now. Now, Laura, Nicole's assistant, now would want to hook up with Naomi's ex. I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather see Jacob's younger brother. We got kind of him interested in Laura and Eva, even though Eva hands down has more pizzazz. She really does. And him and Eva, to me, have more in common. Isaiah and Eva. So we'll see. Laura seems to be a little more, well, I guess professional and polished, which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So anyway, that was it. The biggest news was Ashley walking in on Derek and her telling him, you've been manipulating me this whole time. Now, Andre's story is about to unfold. That's the other thing. He was telling Danny about his parents for the first time. They were talking about it because first she was saying, you know what, what's the story about you not wanting to be in the camera? Is it, does it have to do with a woman? Does it? And he ended up saying, yeah, there was a woman. And it didn't end well, right? But I forget what other excuse he made. Not excuse, how he diverted the story. He says, then it talked about his parents and just not wanting to be the center of attention. He would rather the things that he does, he donates things in his father's name to keep his father's name alive. And he says what he would want to do with his proceeds, because he told Danny he will do the modeling, for her. And he's like, for you. And she goes, wait, what? He goes, Danny, I'll do anything for you. He says, and if this will help you, get back on top, of course I will do it. He says, but I'm going to donate all of my proceeds, to a charity in my father's name. And Danny says, no, I'm going to do you one better. You're not going to just donate. She goes, we're going to start a foundation in your father's name. And the foundation, he goes, this way, the foundation will be able to benefit hundreds of kids. Because I think he says he wants it to go to kids, right? To help them reach a dream or, be artistically creative, whatever, right? She says, this way, even long before you're gone, we're gone, that foundation will still keep running. And so he goes, I like that idea. Right? So he was really happy that she 10x'd his thought. He was just donating like he's been doing. Here's a charity. Let me give the proceeds here, there. And, now Danny's going to help him leave a legacy in his father's name. So that was pretty good. But that's it, everybody. That is it that happened on Beyond the Gates. Let me see what we got going on in Comment Corner on Beyond the Gates. Beyond the Gates. Here we go. I'll read a few comments. Trusty Dusty Stopwatch. Sandra says, good day. Thank you for a great review. I see they're moving fast with Bill and Haley, but just stopped with stopping Leslie. I know. Now nobody wants to catch Leslie, especially Jacob. I love the actor who plays Joey. He needs, wait. Oh, yeah. He used to play Kevin. He really looks the part. But Vanessa does not care about what anyone thinks or says. Cleo says, if Haley has been with the Duprees Hamiltons for as long as mentioned, then she would have known about the Winterfest event. I know, because of what they said last year. Bill made his announcement. So there's no need to explain anything to Haley. Then we have Lucy says, BTG is my favorite soap opera. The writing is fresh and mature with a stellar cast and crew to back it. All right, Lucy. And Juanita says, Vanessa is a low-key criminal herself, just saying. I'm with you on that, Juanita. And then Black Purple Turquoise says, Beyond the Gate yesterday was something with Whaley Haley going off the way she did about men. She's truly monstrous and terrible. She needs to get every last thing coming to her, absolutely, that she absolutely deserves, and then some. I hope she gets caught. It's coming soon, because outside of that, nothing else has truly been capturing my attention on the show lately. Same thing goes for today's episode, which I will be posting about later when the review is up. Uh, always, anyways, as far as yesterday goes, Haley and her ridiculous fits can walk right along and keep it moving. She thinks she is the smartest, most untouchable person in the room, when in fact she never has and never will be either. Thanks, Miss Daily Recap Lady. Thank you so much, Black Purple Turquoise, with your comment. All right, everybody, that's it for Comment Corner. Comment Corner. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily recap of BTG, Beyond the Gates.